Hello, I'm Emma and welcome to my channel. I am a bit tired today. To be honest. I went to bed quite late. That was my fault. You know, my brain was saying go to sleep, but it got to 12:01 and I was up at 4. So but yeah, I am on my usual walk. So yeah, the same place actually. I don't know why my legs took me here, but I feel this tree that wants me around. But yeah, so today I was actually really just thinking about dreams, like my dreams. Don't mean to be selfish, and like thinking about actually what are dreams, where do they come from, and like are we actually working towards our own dreams or like someone else's dreams, if that makes sense. That's what has been going through my mind. And like, how do you know that what you're dreaming is someone else's dream and is actually yours? Like, how can you actually know for sure? And I just thought, like, you should feel it in your heart. You know, I see the heart as your soul basically, and you know, it does talk out to you a lot. It does you know, like when it's broken, it's just telling you don't put yourself in that situation again, you know. And when it's you know, you've hurt the soul a bit, you know, when you've hurt it, you've hurt the soul, and that's when you can, you know, become a broken spirit, and you've got to mend it up again, if that makes sense. So that's like heartbroken. So if your heart is like saying, like every day, like in your job or whatever you're doing in your day, it's not even about work anymore. It's just about like, it's not work, it's about what you're doing with your life, like, you know, the whole concept of work. But is it right that we do sit we spend majority of our day in uncomfortable situations? Because when you're uncomfortable and your body is like, you know, when your heart is like, I don't want to be here, your head be like, I don't want to be here, you know. And I swear, I've been in most jobs, I've always been like, it's more like trying to get through the day, if that makes sense. You're just there like looking at the time and then being like, don't look at the time, if not it will go too quickly, you know, it will go slowly. I used to put like blue tack just on the time on my computer screen so that it will, you know, the time will go quicker. It actually works though, but you know, you shouldn't be putting your soul in a state where you're trying to pass time. I mean, life is valuable. Life is like, we're on this world once, and we're spending majority of our time saying we don't want to be in like a certain in a place. We don't want to be here, you know, we don't want to. And I don't think that's right, really. So yeah, I just feel to be going against your soul, and you know if you're doing it just from how you're feeling. You know, when you're happy, you know that your soul is happy. When you're sad, anxious, anger, like there's two vibrations, two literally feelings. There's love and there's fear, and our natural state is love. That's who we are, that's our soul, that's within us, you know. And then fear, I think it branches out into like all those emotions of jealousy. It can be portrayed, it can come out and be expressed as jealousy, hate, you know, resentment, anger, and anxiety is a fear, you know. Anything that feels uncomfortable is a fear, if that makes sense. You can be fear of judgment, so you're scared of someone, you know, making a judgment on you. And you know, so there's two love vibrations. I'm trying to remember where I was going with this. Yeah, so there's two love vibrations. There's love and fear. And I find when you're living in a state of fear, it means that you are like being disloyal to yourself in some way or another. Like you are letting your soul down in some way or another. So I just starting to, you know, I feel that we should be living our lives. Every minute should be valuable. We shouldn't be putting ourselves in situations where it's causing this fear and this anxiety, and we should be doing more things that make us happy. And you know, I don't know why it's seen as impossible. Like you shouldn't even work. Like why do we even work? Like why does that even exist? I feel it is so possible to contribute to society, and there's enough to do in this world for us to do this, and there's enough people in this world to be matched to our perfect like calling, if that makes sense. And in us, we are called. We have a natural ability, every single one of us, and we just need to find out what that is. So some people may be really like into gardening, you know, they love their plants and everything, and that's what they should be doing all day, you know, and that won't feel like work, but they are actually like helping the planet, you know, they're looking after Mother Nature. Like, you know, there's people that will be good at maybe talking to people, so, you know, they'll be going around helping people, talking to people. You know, there might be people that are a bit more quiet, you know, and they do their work at the inside, but they're causing, like, you know, but we can all contribute in some way or another. That this system, this place is set up in such a way where our days are laid out for us to be unhappy. Like, why is it that, yeah, the system is set up to be disloyal to our souls? Like, what is there in us that we can find that is so beautiful, so amazing? Like, what is it that I feel there needs to be more taught on finding out who we are, what our true desires are. I feel that school, like, kind of programs us, like, puts things in us to like, puts the dreams in us, like, puts their dreams on us, and then we kind of go through school being told what to dream, and then we're fulfilling other people's dreams. We go out into the real world, into the world, and then we're actually, like, thinking that is for us. It's not. When you're in this office, when you're thinking you want to be a recruitment consultant, when you're thinking you want to even be a CEO of a company, you know, you are fulfilling, the person above you is their dreams you're fulfilling. You know, it's got nothing to do with you. And it didn't really have, you know, you're going to school, you're being told what to talk. You can't just be like, oh, actually, you know, from a kid, like, I really want to do this today. You know, you can't go with your spirit from such a young age. Like, you're in nursery from 3 and told, you know, but if we were, like, running freely, like, just doing our own thing, I think we will naturally be gravitating. We don't even need to be taught a thing. We can, I think, be taught, obviously, the necessaries, like, you know, your languages, and, you know, like, how to communicate with each other. But if we naturally were, like, going with our natural, like, abilities, like, a natural calling, you will see kids will start, like, plump them onto, like, into a just outside. You will start seeing that kids will start naturally just going to where they're interested. So maybe someone will be, like, digging a hole, or someone will be trying to cook, or, like, cook using leaves and berries and all that, and you can be like, oh, that one might be a chef. Or maybe someone's just there singing and being, like, a bit of a, you know, bit of a dancer. And these are things that, you know, teachers, you know, we're told to, like, they're not allowed to dance, they're not allowed to be silly from 5. You know, I think this really upsets me. I've worked in education, you see, and the reason why I've chosen not to pursue that previous dream of being a teacher was because I didn't agree in the way children are suppressed from such a young age, from the age of, like, 5. Earlier than that, from nursery, you know, I've worked in nurseries, primary schools and secondary schools, so I can kind of see how the conditioning all works, and it's almost scary. It is almost scary. So from the age of, like, 5, found, you know, if you got kids, like, dancing, and I'd be doing the same, and then, you know, then someone will come along and be like, no, stand up tall, you know, do this, like, uniform, stand in a straight line, don't be you, basically. Someone's literally telling you from the age of 5, from the age of 3, sorry, don't be you, you know, you've got to be like this, you can't say that, you're being silly, like, that's so stupid. And to be told this throughout your whole life through education, and to be told you can't be who you actually are, no wonder there's so much depression, no wonder people grow up really confused and start doing weird things because they're not quite sure what to do, because they don't know who they are. They are, like, literally just so confused, and we're living in a really confused world where we are just trying to find out who we are. But, like, if you're being suppressed from such a young age, and from, you know, between the age of, like, 0, you know, years, from the time you're born to 7 is literally the point where you are, like, programmed, if that makes sense. It's the programming ages, it's how you are kind of determined as a person, if that makes sense. So in those years we are in education, we are not allowed to be free. And it used to be so sad, actually, like seeing all these kids, like I love them so much. I really love, I miss them. And I'm sorry I had to leave that environment, but it was getting really upsetting to see it. But for instance, you know, you're telling, you know, people telling them off for like just being themselves, for burping, for maybe having the odd fart, or like one came up to me and was like, pull my finger, and I pulled it and he farted, and I literally snorted out with laughter, like could not stop crying. And the headmaster got so mad at me. He's just like, you should be knocking them out of that. But I was just like, you know, he's only 4. He should be a bit like silly. But yeah, so I just find it's really upsetting. So, and then, you know, they're sitting on the carpet, they're not allowed to fidget, you know, and all that. And, you know, they would sit on the carpet for like an hour, just cross-legged. And, you know, when I get fidgety, I'd be getting all fidgety. And I was, you know, sitting there being like, oh, I want to move, and like jiggling and tie my shoelaces. But expecting them to be so like straight, looking forward, being controlled, basically. And then I noticed as soon as the bell rang for break time, they would like literally be running out. It's like they've opened the cages. I was like, mate, they've been in a trap all day, and now they're running out, literally legging. I've never seen them run as a kid, and that was the most upsetting thing to see. Like, it's like freedom finally, and then the bell goes, and they're coming back in a straight line back into the. It's so like. It's so controlling, and it just shows how suppression has been there from education, and then it goes on, you know, into adulthood, into our work. So we're in our cages in our office, we're in do you get me? The question is like, why is there the need to suppress us? Why is there the need for us to like not know who we actually are? So I just feel we need to be doing more work. It's a bit dark, so you can't really see me, really, can you? But I just saw the pond. I'm going to show you. But yeah, I feel we need to do more work and like finding out who we are. Like I said in my first video, and also loving who we are, like, so finding out who we are, and then implementing like self-love, like putting that into ourselves, because we deserve it. I don't know if you can see the pond. Yeah, but finding out who we are. Oh gosh, that was awful. Find out who we are, and then like really working on finding ourselves. And give it like, yeah, finding out what we really want to do, what makes our heart happy, and then just doing it, because you will be contributing. When you find that out, when you find out who you are, you'll find out like what makes your heart happy, and then when you start like loving yourself, like self-loving yourself, you will start doing the things that make you happy. And then, as I mentioned in my last video, like what you naturally want to be doing will be contributing, will be like sharing, you know, through love and stuff, will be contributed to the community. So it's not selfish. It is not selfish to focus on you, because actually, naturally, like I said earlier, we're actual just love. We're love naturally, and everything else that isn't those fears and stuff is basically everything that we're not, if that makes sense. So we're love, and those fears is everything that we're not. And you know, if it was you would want to be bringing yourself up. So ourselves, us, is love. So if we are love and we know who we are, what's going to come out, like I said in my last video, is going to be only love. So we will be doing actions because we would naturally want to. Our calling, our like hearts would just want to help others, would want to like contribute to, would want to look after nature, would want to like, yeah, just not damage the environment. Like if you're running off love, you wouldn't want to be, you wouldn't want to hurt a fly. You'd have respect for everything because you have respect for yourself. So respect yourself, find out what those dreams are. Like, sorry, I kept on going off topic, but respect yourself, find out what those dreams are, you know, who you are first, love yourself. Like, I never knew that I would be shooting videos like literally last year, no, even 2 weeks ago, I was like looking at all these amazing YouTubers. I love, they being like, oh, I would never be able to do that. Like, why, you know, I was so terrified. So like, would never even have thought, did not cross my head until like a week ago. Didn't even cross my mind that I could do it, you know. And honestly, and then then you realize it's just natural. And I'm a chatterbox. That's who I am. So I'm a chatterbox. I love the feeling that I might, you know, I'm helping people, or if I'm inspiring people, that like really rocks my boat. Like I get so happy, and I want everyone to be happy. So, you know, and that's who I am as a person. So here I am now talking to you guys, doing what I love, and it doesn't feel like work. It just doesn't feel like work, and that's how it should be, basically. So beautiful people, my family, tribe, I love you. Once you find out who you are, you will then know what you need, what you want, and then you can fulfill it in the material world. And then you will notice then, like, you will be naturally helping people out. Like I can never know what your dreams will be. Maybe you want to be a doctor. You know, you just don't know. You will never know until you know who you are, not what school teaches you that you are, like tells you that you are. Like, how can someone tell you who you are when they're not you? That's literally it. So it's on you to find out who you are. You can't find it out from anyone else. So you got to be sitting down, having those chats with yourself, determining whether it's your ego self, which is kind of the self that's been put on us by the system. So is it stuff that you've been told to think, that you've been told to feel, or like is it you? Like, is it just your pure self where you just want love? Yeah? Does that make sense? I'm trying to think. Yeah, that does make sense. But yeah, so follow your dreams, people. Don't let anything pull you down. This means like conditions. Like sometimes it may feel like the world's against you and stuff, but I promise you, like it is just, maybe I sometimes see them as little nudges to be like, oh, now's the time, like to find out why this is affecting you. Why is this going against you? Why is this grating on you? It's because it's not you, and you're not meant to be like, you're not meant to be doing that, if that makes sense. You're not meant to do whatever feeling, like, so whatever, if you're feeling anxious, if you're just sitting anywhere, it could be anywhere. So if I'm sitting in this bench, right, and I'm feeling really anxious, and I'm like, oh, do you know what I would do? I'm just going to remove myself. I don't care who's there, who I'm sat with. I'm just going to get up, remove myself, because actually at the end of the day, but for some reason, I was uncomfortable there. So I'm walking away. I'm not looking back. It's just following your gut, you know? Like, I've been in situations where I've just haven't been comfortable, and I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go, and you know, be like, why are you going? And I'm just like, I just need to go, and it's nothing. People don't need to take that like personally. You know, if they choose to take that personally, that's their problem, not yours. That's battle. That's issues they're like dealing with, and it's not for you to deal with. But you have a right to kind of do what you want. Like, if you're uncomfortable, move. Just go. You don't even need to explain. Like, I just say like, nah, I'm tired, I need to go. Or like, even I'm tired is too much information. Like, just be like, bye. Just, yeah. And then, you know, you can do it in a respectful way. You don't have to be rude. That's the same with your job. So if you're sitting there being like, I can't, it means you're going against the soul. So it does mean you have to do more digging. You know, obviously I know life situations, it doesn't make it that easy to just go. But honestly, like, just be wary of the mind. Just analyze any decisions you make in the sense of, is this for my ego, or is this actually for my true self? Is this for my soul? I will be doing a bit of chats, my rambly chats on egos and how to love yourself, but not in an egotistical sense, because that can actually be just as destructive as like hating yourself, if that makes sense, of self-hate. So yeah. So I think, I don't know, I'm like, this channel, I just think I'm just going to be posting what my morning thoughts. They can be quite random. So today, obviously, I wanted to talk about the dreams and stuff. So I'm not going to be really saying what the next video is going to be on. Obviously any suggestions would be good, but on my morning walks they are just going to be random. They are just going to, because I tend to meditate and then whatever comes up afterwards, just go with the flow. So this is why these are all known in one take. So so they might be a bit waffly. I will try and tidy it up afterwards, but yeah. But I hope you've learned something with this today. And I hope, you know, if you've got anything that you don't, you know, you're thinking, oh, no, that doesn't actually make sense, please pass it on, because honestly, I'm still learning. I want to develop my learnings. I want to grow too. I want you guys to grow, and I want us to share everything together. So let's just share our ideas, our concepts, and challenge each other's beliefs so that we can actually, it pushes us to, but yeah, find out who you are, guys, and make yourself happy. And yeah, and yeah, you'll change the world. Yeah, and I'll just give you like, because I believe if you really follow your heart, you do really good things for the world and other people. But it does begin with you. Oh, so I'm gonna be sitting with the ducks for a bit. But I'll see you guys. Yeah, later. Bye.